This is the Red Sox POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Boston Red Sox, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, the Red Sox score 7 runs in the first inning. Garrett Crochet picks up his 8th win on the year and his first win as a member of the Boston Red Sox in his home ballpark at Fenway. Wilyer, inside the park home run. Grand slam. How you feeling, Red Sox fans? I got to imagine you're feeling pretty good. With that, we welcome you into our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, longtime play-by-play announcer and show host. As a kid of the 1980s, I occasionally watch Red Sox games on a small black and white TV. Former big league pitcher Scott McGregor used to tell me I had more useless information than anyone he had ever met. To this day, I do consider that a compliment. We are providing reaction to every Red Sox game on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel. Our Locked On Red Sox postcast also available on the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed, which is free and available wherever you get your podcast. We are presented by FanDuel. Right now, new customers can get $150 in bonus bets when your first $5 bet wins. We do want to hear from you on our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. We're talking about Garrett Crochet, outstanding early on. You got the runs, and it looked like he was just going to cruise. Ran into some trouble in the fourth inning, but got the run support, and again, picked up his first win of the season at Fenway Park. The offense, terrific. Plenty of base hits. Hey, Roman Anthony has a little career high 4-game hit streak as well. We'll touch on all of that. Audience participation, well, it's encouraged from our everydayers, and we also like to hear from first-timers as well. Hit that comment button. Share your thoughts on the Red Sox victory in the series opener against the Cincinnati Reds Monday night at Fenway. If you're on board with us on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, we can continue the Red Sox and baseball conversation. Hit me up on the X and follow at Lennox on Baseball. So Garrett Crochet retires the side 1-2-3 in the first inning. In fact, he retired 10 in a row to start. He was cruising right along. Retired the first batter in the fourth inning, TJ Friedel, on a ground out. And Crochet, over his first 3 innings, doing a terrific job. 10 pitches in the first inning, 11 pitches in the second, and retiring the side 1-2-3 again in the third on just 11 pitches. Crochet again picks up the victory. But
this is what you'll be talking about.
Be talking about the Red Sox scoring 7 runs in the first inning against rookie Chase Burns, making just his second big league start. Hey, Terry Francona back, Millsy back as well, Mike Napoli back, all on staff for Terry Francona, the manager of the Cincinnati Reds. And I'll get to Tito with a thought on him because it conjured up a little imagery for me when he took the baseball from Burns after he retired just one hitter in that rough first inning. But the Red Sox, 13 batters to the plate in the first. Narvaez RBI double, Trevor Story 3-run home run, ambushing Burns early. First pitches, they were going up there hacking. Meyer had a double. Anthony, his second at bat of the inning with an RBI single. And the Red Sox led 7-0. And as I touched on, Crochet got into trouble. Gave up 3 runs in the fourth inning. Gave up a run in the fifth, a run in the sixth inning. Went 6, bullpen took care of the rest. Alcala giving up a run in the ninth inning. Didn't want to see that, but that's okay. Red Sox do take the opener against Cincinnati. So what do we always say in this situation? Lopsided victory, the bat's going. Crochet gives you 6, not a quality outing. The 5 runs allowed by Crochet, 4 earned. Second time this season he's given up 5 runs in an outing. But again, he picks up the victory. Now build on it. Continue to build. You dropped 2 out of 3 against the Blue Jays over the weekend. Lopsided win on Saturday. Lopsided win on Monday in the opener against the Reds. Build on it. Build on it. Richard Fitz goes in game 2 on Tuesday. Marcelo Meyer back in the lineup. Thought he had his first career big league stolen base. Did not happen on review. How about the Reds? 2 reviews and getting 2 calls overturned. But in the 5th inning, Wilyer Abreu absolutely crushes one to the triangle. It goes for an inside the park home run. If you get to see it again and again and again, Wilyer's got some wheels. He really does. He can motor. He'll steal a bag every once in a while. Not sneaky fast. He's above average speed. But if you get a look at him rounding third base and understanding the Nesson cameras, first Nesson reference, did a great job out of the box. And Lou Merlone, back with Dave O'Brien in the Nesson booth, said, hey, he thought he got it all. He thought it was a jog. Round the bases, round tripper, touch them all. Well, he touched them all, but he had to go at peak speed. But there's sort of a time as he realizes around first base, he's really starting to pick up speed. And almost halfway to second, I think it was, he's full speed. Turns the bag at second and understands as he's getting towards the bag at second, hey, I got a triple. Then all of a sudden, Kyle Hudson waving him around third, and there's a moment between second and third where he realizes, I'm rounding the bases here. I'm not looking back. But when he rounds third, he gets kind of awkward. They talk about, and sometimes it's tongue-in-cheek, Masa Yoshida, who goes out on a rehab assignment in the minors on Tuesday, by the way. He's got that perfect running form. Watch the barrel-chested sort of Wilyer Abreu go around third base on his inside-the-park home run, that in the fifth inning. Duran home run to make it 9-5 in the sixth inning, third home run of the night. 14th time this season with the Red Sox hitting 3 or more home runs. They weren't done, though, because Wilyer comes to the plate in the bottom of the eighth inning with the bases full. And how many of you, because I did, I said, he's leaving the yard here. And he did. He hit the home run. He hit the grand slam. Touch them all. Big night for Wilyer Abreu. Big night on Saturday as well. I was not disappointed, but Abreu could have had an absolute career night on Saturday. All of his RBIs, couple of hits early on, then he kind of cruised. Didn't put on cruise control, but, understood he already had a good night. And he continued coming to the plate against the Blue Jays on Saturday with men on base, so he had more opportunities there. So the inside-the-park home run, the grand slam as well, a good victory for the Red Sox in this one. Every single batter in the starting lineup, Cedar Rafaela was the last, every single starter in the starting lineup with at least one base hit. And Roman Anthony now has a 4-game hit streak. Anthony had an RBI single late in that 7-run first inning. And Anthony with a base hit in the fourth inning. 8 hits now over a 4-game hit streak. Third straight multi-hit game. And great to see. And I'm going to bring one more at bat up here because it was in the first inning. As Abraham Toro comes up. And really 2 plate appearances because Jarren Duran leading off the bottom of the first inning, that really got things going. And Duran, they even alluded to it. Maybe Burns was tipping his pitches. When Duran scored in the first inning, he went to, I believe it was Abreu coming up, and was giving him some words, saying, hey, look for this, look for this. You could see that's what he was doing. But Duran leading off the bottom of the first with a walk, and then Toro with a beautiful base hit. They got a great side shot of it, batting from the left side. Batted twice in that inning, once from the left side, once from the right side. But his first base hit, that was a thing of beauty. It really was. So the Red Sox close out June 14-12. Started 10-4, 3-8 stretch, and win 2 of their final 3. A winning month. After losing 6 in a row and 7 of 8. You also, in there, won 8 of 9. So it was a peak and valley month of June that included, yes, we'll mention it right here, insert Wilyer Abreu. Sorry, misspoke there. Insert Rafael Devers, traded during the month of June 2025 by Craig Breslow and the front office. A good victory. Now, with Fitz on the mound on Tuesday, opportunity to clinch the series against the Reds, who came in playing pretty good baseball. They entered this series having won 6 of the previous 7 series and 14-7 since June 6th. And also entered season high 4 games over 500 in the series opener on Monday night as well. So the Red Sox pick up the victory. We are going to hear from you in just a moment as the Red Sox pick up the win. And now within 2 games of 500 as well. I think you're looking at it right now. You've got 2 more in this series. It could be a well-deserved day off on Thursday if they take this series. You've got Bayo, who's pitched well of late, going in the finale as well. On Wednesday, then a day off right now, scheduled day off. We could call it a much-deserved day off if they take this series from the Cincinnati Reds. You take game 1. Then a 3-game series in D.C. over the weekend, and the final week before the All-Star break against Colorado and the Tampa Bay Rays. Got to feel good about this. 13 of the final 16, they're in that stretch right now. 2-2 on the stretch of playing 13 of their final 16 before the All-Star break at Fenway Park. Guys are starting to come around. Lou Merlone said it late. Dave O'Brien said it. Hey, there are guys right now who are really starting to come together offensively. And there's some guys who are starting to heat up. Great to see Roman Anthony coming into his own, and seeing Chase Burns. Hey, a guy like him in AAA, although Burns was only down there for a very short time. This is a guy kind of on his level, learning on the job at the big league level. And you also get to see the debut of Jordan Hicks, worked a 1-2-3 eighth inning. He could be very good in front. He could be another very good option. Shorten games. Starters go 6, three bullpen arms. Starters go 7, 2 bullpen arms. And if you can put Hicks in front of Chapman on certain nights, you should be able to lock down games that you have the lead eighth inning on. We hear from you next. Red Sox with a good victory, 13 base hits in the win, and also 13 runs, 14 hits, 8 extra base hits in the victory against the Redlegs. Little pause right there for dramatic purposes. Locked On Red Sox postcast presented by FanDuel. Summer sports in full swing. Whether you're all about baseball under the lights, golf on the green, or high-stakes soccer action, FanDuel is the best way to make every game even more exciting. You're already following the action. Why not make it a little bit more thrilling? With FanDuel, you can get in on the game while your friends are getting sunburned at the beach. With FanDuel, you can track your favorite matchups, and the FanDuel app keeps it fresh with new daily promotions and fun ways to bet. It's easy to use, also offers fast payout, and makes every regular season game feel like a must-watch event, like a Game 7 on a nightly basis. Whether you're placing a same-game parlay or watching a bet right into the ninth inning, FanDuel makes it feel like you're part of the action. New to FanDuel, new customers can right now place your first $5 bet wins. If that bet wins and hits, you're going to get $150 in bonus bets. Again, new to FanDuel, new customers. Set up your account, $5 bet. If it wins, $150 in bonus bets. Open up the FanDuel app today or visit FanDuel.com to get started. To the comments we go. Who is our leadoff hitter? I'm sensing Andrew the GOAT is going to be in here. George is our leadoff hitter. Welcome in, George. Bats alive to support Crochet. Great to see. Again, you can't make the statement Crochet didn't have his best stuff. He retired 10 in a row to start, and he was looking terrific. Ran into trouble in the fourth inning. There's a couple of guys on this team for the Cincinnati Reds, and again, this is a team that's young, and I think they're really starting to come into their own. We'll see what Singer does in this series. Because Singer's going to start in this series, and Singer last year got roughed up at Fenway as a member of the Royals. Got traded during the offseason for a former college teammate of Florida, Jonathan India, if you didn't know that information. Again, I'm filled with useless baseball information, as Scott McGregor used to tell me way back in 2008 when we were both with the Aberdeen Ironbirds in the New York Penn League. But you've got this series. Fitz and Singer on Tuesday. Singer last year, July 14th, got it right here at Fenway. 2 2/3 innings, 4 earned runs, 8 hits allowed. Gave up home runs to Devers and Dom Smith. Wednesday, it's Bayo against Nick Martinez. Last time out, Nick Martinez, I think it was on Friday, carried a no-hit bid late into the game against the San Diego Padres. So you could have good pitching matchups the rest of the way in this one, but I do think it favors the Red Sox at Fenway Park, especially the way they've swung the bats collectively in 2 of the last 3 games. So Crochet gets the run support. Doesn't always get the run support, but ran into trouble in the fourth inning where he ended up giving up 3 runs. Friedel retired, then Matt McLean, who I really like. He's had an injury or 2, but got things going. A 1-out double in the fourth inning, first base runner, and then they went from there. But they're going to play for Terry Francona. You know that. We know that. They're going to play for Tito, the former Red Sox manager and future Hall of Famer as well, I believe. And the reason I say that, they play for Terry Francona, Ellie De La Cruz, there was a spot in the game where De La Cruz hits into a double play against Crochet to get out of the inning. And that was in the 5th inning. De La Cruz at the plate, McLean RBI single to make it 7-4. De La Cruz hits one on the ground to short, fell down in the batter's box. Now, was it bang bang at first base? No. But did Ellie De La Cruz give up on the play? No, he hustled down the line, popped to his feet after he fell down on the right side of the batter's box, 6-4-3 double play. That's Terry Francona's influence. One more on Tito. Back to your comments in just a moment. When he came to the mound, the camera was on him from the third base dugout all the way to the mound to take the ball from his starter. Right? You had Chase Burns, former Tennessee Volunteer, against Garrett Crochet, former Tennessee Volunteer. No, they did not overlap. But Francona went out to the mound. And did you think about the time that he was the manager of the Cleveland Indians? Yes, it was the Indians at the time. He went out to the mound. Trevor Bauer threw the ball over the outfield fence. I believe it was at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. But when Tito, pardon me, I think I've done that. First time, long time, sneezing on the air. Apologize. But when Terry Francona came out to the mound in that first inning to take Burns out of the game, that was a Terry Francona moment. That's as genuine as Terry Francona is, and I see him as a very genuine person. I've only crossed paths with him a couple of times, one brief conversation a long time ago in Wilmington, Delaware. Actually, he was in town. He was at the press conference along with Theo Epstein when the Wilmington Blue Rocks became an affiliate of the Boston Red Sox. But that moment where he took out his young pitcher, hey, man, we're going to talk about this again, but we're going to scrub it clean. We're going to start over. You've got a world of talent. You took one on the chin and learned from it. That, to me, was a Tito Francona moment, and we saw it in the opener on Monday night. Okay, George, we got from you. Ali Bats is in there, grand slam, yeah, and the inside the park home run as well. Ali Bats, so happy Crochet wasn't let down. He was not. But imagine if this game actually got a little closer. Ooh, we would have been sweating. Caleb checking in. Wilyer with a lot of R's at the end of Wilyer. Caleb, I believe you're a first-timer. Welcome. Ethan, Crochet got a tiny bit unlucky, but offense picked him up big time. And has it been every start for Crochet where the offense has picked him up? Remember, outstanding last time out. End up losing on the road in Anaheim against the Angels. George, Story continues to thrive and drive in runs in June. Had a terrific month of June. He really did. And offensively, Trevor Story really turned things around. So the 3-run home run in the first inning, 7 runs batted in for Trevor Story in the month of May. The reason I tell you that is to tell you this: 23 RBIs in 26 games in the month of June. That's what you need from Trevor Story. Knocking in runs. Yes, he does it with a big 3-run home run. But just within himself, attack that first pitch. Veteran hitter taking advantage of a very young pitcher, starting for the first time at Fenway Park. Were there nerves? Perhaps. Was he tipping pitches? Maybe. Are we going to know that? We should never know that. Red Sox should not give that information up. Ever. 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 Austin, man, a grand slam and an inside the park home run. What a legend. Ha ha. There's so much that Wilyer Abreu has. And like Cedar Rafaela, I think just scratching the surface. And I haven't been patient with either one of them, because there's a world of talent with both of those guys. And again, I think you're seeing it really come through. Caleb, again, the rookies are starting to look comfortable. Yes, they are. 100%. Meyer wasting no time going up there. With Roman Anthony, you have to be impressed with his approach. Will Middlebrooks has said it on Nesson. Lou Merlone has said it on Nesson. Has taken his walks. Now he's getting his base hits. Now he's getting his knocks. Who cared about the exit velocity off the bat when you're not getting base hits? Now he's getting base hits and still hitting the ball hard. Smoke Dog 1982, long time, first time, long time. Duran's contribution to this game cannot be understated. I agree. Picked up Burns tipping pitches. Touching on that a little bit. Yeah, he may very well have. But again, we should never confirm that 100%. The Red Sox should never give that information out. Allow the team to blow the game open. Abreu with the Little League home run. That's not a Little League home run. And then the grand slam. Little League home run is when they throw the ball down the right field line, then they throw the ball away at second, and you round the bases. The center fielder did fall down. That's why we tip our cap to Cedar Rafaela, and almost made a great catch early on in the game on a ball that was hit out to that triangle, what was in the end of his glove and fell out. Right? He plays that triangle. He plays center field very well at Fenway Park. Just like I've maintained, Duran plays the Green Monster very well. He really does. They hold a lot of batters to long green monster singles. But that ball just hit off the wall. Didn't miss going out by much. Went off the wall, and they had to chase after it. And Wilyer Abreu, after thinking, hey, I'm going to admire this one because I hit it a long way. Yeah, you did, but it didn't go out of the ballpark. So, splitting hairs there, Smoke Dog 1982. Not necessarily, hey, it's a home run. Little League home run has at least 2 errors. I think that's kind of how you can divine that. Jules checking in. Young Guns looking better. Yeah, and shame on you. You know, that's everyone was clamoring. Bring them up, bring them up, bring them up. And then there were some. I'm not pointing out anybody. I'm not saying it's Jules. But along those lines, George, love Tito and Millsy. Yeah, there you go. Right? Absolutely. And I got Terry Francona's book back here. It's a great read. With Dan Shaughnessy, I believe. If you ever have an opportunity to pick up, I picked it up at a used book sale, and I loved it. It was terrific. It was great. Dan Shaughnessy did a great job telling the story of Terry Francona during his years with the Boston Red Sox. I highly, highly recommend that one as well. But there were some people, oh, no, now they're struggling. Maybe they're not going to be the prospects we thought they are. Young guys come to the big leagues, they're going to take their lumps. But Anthony, like his demeanor, everything about his approach over the first couple of weeks in the big leagues, it's all there. It's all right there in front of you. And remember, they're celebrating 1975 in the World Series against the Reds with the Reds in town for the first 3 to start the week. They're going to do some nice things on Nesson on Tuesday. Dave O'Brien, Lou Merloni. We're touching on that throughout the course of the night, Monday night. And, you know, Roman Anthony changes his number, 1 game into his career and goes to that number 19. There are some people who can certainly go back. I don't go back to the 70s, but I do remember Fred Lynn, and I love the fact that Fred Lynn is active and great on social media. And I believe he's going to be there at the ballpark on Tuesday as well. Ethan, everybody stepped up today. Yeah. And that's what the whit they're capable of doing. Remember the first game of the series against Seattle after the Devers trade, right? I think that was legit. Took 2 out of 3 in that series. Not everyone stepped up offensively, but they got just enough. And Anthony, I believe, hit his first home run in that series as well. Ethan, wish we could spread these runs out. Yeah. Have some for Fitz on Tuesday and Bayo on Wednesday. George, Hicks throwing gas. Could be a big part of it. You're never going to forget Rafi Devers, but really, this is the first time Hicks and Harrison, those are the 2 guys. Outfielder, prospect, and Tibbs, and then a minor league pitcher. And since the trade 2 weeks ago Sunday, there's nothing to show on the other end for the Red Sox of and I keep thinking, how come they couldn't have asked for Casey Schmidt, one more guy that you could have put in the big league lineup immediately? But that's okay. Yeah, Hicks, and he's under control. And remember, Craig Breslow was talking to him and his agents and his representatives last offseason to sign with the Red Sox. He didn't. He signed with the Giants. Now he's with the Red Sox. Ethan, Hicks is a reliever, could be great. Alcala throws gas, but he's not fooling anyone. Yeah, Alcala, be nice to see if you can figure him out. I don't know if you make the same comparison to Luis Guerrero acquiring him last year, but he's got a big arm. But as Lou Merloni said, he can also walk the ballpark from time to time as well. Red Sox die hard. Great win, but I'm not convinced they're turning the corner. That's okay. You shouldn't be convinced yet. Lopsided victories 2 of the last 3 games. But no, this is a team that's still under 500. You know where I might start thinking, okay, something's coming here. Get to 5 over 500. Let's agree on that, Red Sox die hard. We'll start inching towards, hey, you know what? They're starting to be a believer again. Get to 5 over 500. Maybe do it by the end of July. Have a great July. Before the All-Star break, even after the All-Star break, when it's tough out of the gate. I believe it's the Cubs, Phillies, and Dodgers. Michael, great game tonight. Congratulations to Abreu, first Grand Slam. Everyone looked good tonight. Yeah, and you have to be consistent. This is not going to be one guy carrying you for a week at a time. And apparently, mentioned Yoshida already, apparently Alex Bregman is doing very well. And Dave O'Brien put it to Lou Merloni. When do you think? It feels like it's going to be before the All-Star break. Maybe next week, Colorado and Tampa Bay. And then you got a couple of days off. But right now, he says he's feeling good. Everything continues to build. There's been no setback during this recovery from the quad injury. Red Sox diehard. Congratulations to Wilyer. Better not trade him. What is it? Buy low, sell high. If you were going to trade Duran or Wilyer Abreu, you don't trade them in this 2025 season at this point. You would have traded them during the offseason last year, and maybe you entertain it again next offseason, but you don't do it right now. Not at all. Ethan, this team is still not great, but tonight they are the greatest team ever assembled. There you go, Ethan. Sam's Lab _ in there. Been saying Wilyer needs to play every damn day. Yeah, he does. He really does. There's no doubt. Michael and Abreu, I love you, but Duran is still my favorite. I love Duran. Michael, I'm right there with you. I love Jarren Duran. Walked in his first plate appearance. He doesn't walk a lot in that first at bat of the game, but that's okay. We still love him. Jan, fun game tonight. Sam's again. Hit the thumbs up for Steve, boys. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah, anything you can do to promote us, Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, give a follow. You can get alerts as to when we go live. Again, we do usually go live within minutes of the last out of each and every game. Let's get a couple more in here. Michael, by the way, Hicks looked on point pitching. And it's been a while since he's been on the mound, right? Said it the last couple of days. Didn't even realize they could be traded when I was on the injured list. Yeah, learn something new every day. Hicks and Chapman could be a nasty combo. That from Isaac. Agree. Smoke Dog 1982, Roman Anthony is really starting to heat up. And, man, I love the way Marcelo Meyer plays. Marcelo Meyer can play third base. Is that his position for the future? Don't know right now. Doesn't seem like it is, but that's okay. He can play a heck of a third base. He really does. They had a play. Where was it? Trying to find it here. I thought it was... I was in the 8th inning with Hicks. The last out of the inning, 5-3. Nice play on both ends. Meyer and Toro on the pick. But, yeah, Meyer does a heck of a job defensively at third base. Nasty team in 75. That from George. Only highlights for me. I was about to turn 2 in 75, December. 2 starts in their first year, Rice and Lynn, along with Yaz. Yeah, they mentioned that during the broadcast. That is Bernie Carbo. That's from George White. Love the history. Love it, George. Thank you. Smoke Dog, 1982. Wish they could have gotten Yaz's grandson from the Giants. He belongs in Boston. You know, I would imagine, sentimental-wise, and real quick, I'm going to get myself in trouble here. We're hitting 28 minutes. I heard about Yaz as a kid. All right? When I played A-ball, B-team, Little League, 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade, because one of our Little League fields, way out in the distance was a graveyard. Over that graveyard was a church. Carl Yastrzemski, we were told by our Little League coaches, Carl Yastrzemski used to hit the church on a fly in Little League. He grew up Bridgehampton, Southampton, in the Hamptons on Long Island before the Hamptons became the Hamptons. I grew up on Shelter Island, and I've heard Yaz stories since I was very young. Very young. Yeah, I'm going down memory lane. I appreciate it. George, I beat you to the punch there. Didn't mean to one-up you. Austin, I love Bregman's mentorship and Carlos and his chicken. I haven't heard from Carlos tonight. That's okay, though. Sentimental wish. I agree 100%. Mike Yastrzemski should play for the Boston Red Sox organization at some point during his big league career. George, thank you as well. Hey, that's it for us. Fitz gets the ball on Tuesday. Red Sox win on Tuesday. They clinch the series. Then they can look for the series sweep with Bayo on the mound on Wednesday. Are we getting ahead of ourselves? Yeah, because we're giddy right now. Because they put up 10-plus runs. The offense is coming around again. And you don't need to win games by just hitting home runs. But, oh, by the way, they hit 4 home runs in the victory against the Cincinnati Reds on Monday night. So we'll be on with you within minutes of the last out Tuesday with our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. As always, we want to acknowledge you. Always appreciate the back and forth on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel as we go live, again, within minutes of the last out of each and every Red Sox game throughout the 25 baseball season. Locked On Red Sox, #1 place to hang out immediately after every game. Locked On Sports, your team, your Red Sox, winning on a Monday night at home at Fenway against the Cincinnati Reds. Your team, your Red Sox, every day.